Joey can't hear you.
You hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Sorry about that, gang. Hello, everybody. Welcome to It's a Long Story, a thrice weekly campaign set in the beautiful, wonderful world of Imea. We are here with our lovely crew, the OGs, the one and only, the Mongoose Crew. Everybody take a look at the camera, wave, and say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
We are down a Milo for tonight, but other than that, we are good to go in moving forward with our stuff for tonight. So before we get into it, just a couple of announcements up top. For those of you who have been, who may or may not know, we are running a Halloween style drop-in, drop-out campaign for the next couple of months. It started last weekend, so we had 2 sessions that were actually really fun. We had a lot of fun with it. This year we're doing Steinhardt's Guide to the Eldritch Hunt. I hear a dog in the background.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably
It's ours.
Yeah, it's our dog. That's fine. Yeah, it says Brandon. It's our dog. Sorry. So this year we're going with Steinhardt's Guide to the Eldritch Hunt, a 5e supplement for those that are fans of the Dark Souls, Bloodborne, heavy into like the gothic horror type of setting. It's a really cool setting. A lot of really cool like different classes, different races, different feats, spells, all that. And we're putting all that together into this session for you. For this campaign for you guys. So if you're interested in playing, actually for everybody who is watching or wants to sign up, the first session is free. And it is a drop-in, drop-out campaign. So that means that if you only want to join in for one session, that first session will be free. So come in, hang out. If you want to play some really like heavy Dark Souls-esque type characters, we'll kind of walk you through the mix. We're going to put the link in the private chat, so you can take a look at that. And yeah, so it'll be Saturdays and Sundays for the next few months. So. Going through from levels 3 to level 12. Last week I don't want to say we had a TPK, but we had a one person die and everyone run off situation. So it's pretty heavy, it's pretty hard. So definitely not for those who have never played D&D before. But for everybody else, please join. It's super fun. Everybody truly did have a good time. So awesome, cool. So after that, see next things on the list, we have our Candela Obscura campaign. For those of you who saw a couple months ago, we made a Candela Obscura sort of mini campaign set in our homebrew setting called Shadows of the North Shore, which is essentially exactly like Candela Obscura, but kind of turning the clocks forward into like a little bit more of a real world setting. It's set in the North Shore of Massachusetts in the turn of the 20th century. I always screw that up. Turn of the 20th century, which would be 1901, right? Someone back me up on that. Cool. 20th centuries. The number of the century is always a number after the year. Right.
So all the like 1900s are the 20th century.
Of the 20th century. Cool. Yeah. Eventually.
I never know. So.
Yeah. Eventually we'll get there. Cool. Yeah. So let's. So that took place a couple months ago. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that out. That was a 3 campaign session for that. For those who are not familiar with Candela Obscura, it is a cosmic horror style game. With very easy to learn rules. The game system itself actually works completely on D6s, so you only need a few 6-sided die. Very simple and easy to learn. A lot of high RP sort of stuff, and very much into the introspective sort of dark horror themes. as well as using some real-world lore as someone who grew up in Massachusetts, like one of our guests as well. So if you're interested, we are actually starting to try to find players for our upcoming full campaign on that. So if you're interested in possibly playing on that, same idea. We're going to drop the start playing link on that. Also, just for everybody, we have in the description for this live on YouTube, we have a link to all of those games on YouTube for the start playing as well. Let's see. And then last but not least, we are adding a 4th campaign to our Tales of Imea. This one is, the setting is called The Isles, so south of South Imea. So if you've been following along, it is from the southernmost city that actually, and no one in this crew has seen yet. It is about, I don't know, maybe 100 miles south of that. So it's cool. Set up in like a kind of a tropical style setting, very like Pirates of the Caribbean, or if you're like a One Piece fan, very set into that. Yeah, a lot of like pirate stuff. Most likely some ship v ship combat, buried treasure, new scary monsters, things like that. So if you're interested in joining the crew in a world that is literally the same as where everybody else is playing, just a little bit further south, and who knows, it doesn't mean that the crew that is in the Isles ever doesn't go north. I actually imagine that will most likely happen. So if you're interested in joining, please follow the link that is going to be in the private chat that will be putting in right now, as well as checking out the description down below. They're both there. So, and I think that is all. Before we begin tonight, let's go ahead and get a recap of where the Mongoose Crew left off. Lorianne, take it away.
Yeah. So we started in Honoria, present-day Honoria, with Gwar, Wilbur, Eldryn, Noros, and Winona, and they were eating dinner in Eldryn's room and discussing basically what they want to do next, and confirming that they're going to reach out to Milo later in the evening because Milo had to get his bearings and get directions to where he was. It was kind of painfully awkward a lot of the time, and Wilbur mentioned more than once that why is this so awkward without Seren and Milo around? So we're gonna get them back so that we can be a whole group once again. So we decided our next step was to go find Zaris so that he could, 1, mend Winona's letter that Yuri gave her, and 2, so that he can we can ask him if he'll help us get to where Seren is and get to where Milo is and bring them home. And so on that journey, we get to his office and he's not there. We try and go into his office, and a metal spike shoots up through his door, and we knock some more and yell his name, and Zaris then reached out to Eldryn and Gwar separately in their heads and basically was very cagey about where he was, and it became very clear that he is losing his mind or has lost his mind and is acting like he doesn't know if we're the real us. So he's kind of lost his grip on reality. So Eldryn decided that the next step was to go and see her little brother Navos because he was supposed to be training with Zaris. But on their way to his room, she spots Zaris and the group corners him. So it becomes very clear that Zaris is not going to work with them in this moment, and Eldryn is frustrated, so tries to go get her dad to help. But unfortunately, he's too busy, and he says, "Figure it out yourself, kid." And then Eldryn comes back and is able to convince Zaris that she is really her by telling him a story from when she was 10 and he scared her late one night. And then Gwar also tells him a story, but a story from, I think, earlier in the day, and it's good enough for Zaris. So they all meet in Zaris's office where they once again have to prove that they are themselves. And then after all that, Zaris, we asked Zaris to mend the letter and that Yuri gave to Winona, and Zaris decides to instruct Gwar to do it instead. So Gwar is able to basically do it as if it is a ritual, the cantrip. So it takes him about 10 minutes, but he's able to mend the letter, which they find has a letter on the back to Eldryn, which basically just is a very kind note and asks Eldryn to take care of Winona, and has a magical button, or we think it's a magical button enclosed, that is activated if you say Brucelli very loudly. Um, and then Eldrin asks if Zaris can assist with finding Seren and Milo, and he immediately agrees to her surprise. And then Zaris tells the group that someone's at Eldrin's door, and so they should probably go see to that. And so they do. And on the way there, it becomes very clear that the 19 and the 20-year-old that got married after being back together for 2 weeks, have not discussed things like where they're going to live and if they're going to live in her room inside the castle. So we'll see where that goes. Seren and Huxley are sharing drinks at the local inn called Mistelia's, or is it Nistelia's? I think it's M, right?
Yeah, Miss
Okay.
Delia's. Yep.
Mistelia's. Okay. So they have code names that they use, Peter and Lucia, and they ended up at Mistelia's from the local sheriff Barty Hightide brought them there. So Mistelia is a water elemental, and she is a little odd to Seren and Huxley. Specifically, does not ask for money when they both get drinks on separate occasions. Huxley is super paranoid the whole time he's there, and Seren just goes in deep and tells him everything that's been happening. So they then discuss Raylor, their both of their lovers, or lover, both. You know what I'm saying. The past love of both of them.
I mean,
And then
some of them might not know what you're saying.
I was looking at Kayla when I said that, even though you can't tell.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying, Kayla. So during this discussion, Huxley also kind of mentions his dad and gets a little deeper in that, and that basically it becomes very clear he feels lost because he was always taught that he has to do something with this brain, this mind that he has, and he doesn't know what to do anymore because everything kind of crumbles around him. So Huxley then recognizes someone who walks into the bar, and Seren realizes that she's never seen this before, but Huxley is scared of this person. The man ends up sitting at their table, and Huxley is pretty tense and tries to take on kind of an offensive stance, but this firbolg recognizes it, and we learn that his name is Percival. Seren introduces herself as Lucy, not Cilia, and he says in Thieves' Cant, which Seren can understand, "Surprised to see you here, HW." And then we have Milo, who is living his best life, with some, maybe a cult, we don't know. And he's hanging out inside of his primordial crab Duchess, inside of her skull that she lives in, not her actual skull. He, while he's in there, there are little kids that are playing all over her, and Milo can tell that she's a little annoyed, but she's letting it just happen. And so he speaks with his mentor, Oren, and they end up sparring, which everyone watched and was super impressed by and clapped for him. And Oren also told Milo he was super proud of him. But we learned too that Oren told Milo that he's getting pretty much like bad vibes from Cavish, the elder who has been showing Milo around and actually brought Milo to the family. So Milo then, after a little bit of a discussion with Cavish, asked him to take him to the other South Imaean, who Milo tells him is Demorin Venrona. And Cavish kind of acts a little weird with this, and Oren is on high alert. And Milo does this fun thing where he talks in his head to Oren while also trying to talk to Cavish out loud. And once they get to where Demorin is staying, Milo asks Cavish to come in with him, and Oren warns him that Cavish was a little too eager to say yes to that. So there's definitely something going on that Milo wants to kind of get to the bottom of, and that's where we left off.
You guys hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Cool. I turned up a little bit. Miranda said that I was a little low, so just keep me informed. Does that sound better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. All right. So jumping in, because there are actually only two separations in the stories at the moment. We're going to actually start in our underwater home of Honoria. So, as we are pulling ourselves deeper into that underwater space, where is everybody? Do we think that we're back kind of like in Eldryn's room right now?
Well, there's someone at the door to my room, so that's where we were going.
Correct. Yep. Okay. Cool. I completely forgot that's where we left off on. Cool. So you guys are all. That's right. Cool. So yeah. So say heading through the castle, going back to Eldrin's room. You see a guard that is. I should say you see two guards. One of them armed, one of them not. The guard unarmed seems to be carrying a small. Bejeweled. It's not a great word. Jeweled box.
Okay.
Eldrin, you know what this is.
So yeah, Eldryn goes up to them and says, I didn't need two of you to deliver this, but thank you.
Will there be anything else that's needed?
No. Thank you. This was faster than I thought it was going to be. I appreciate it.
Great. And they move through your group to have to get around you. Awesome. Cool. So I assume you guys kind of enter the room. You all see in Eldrin's hand is a small box.
Yeah. Eldrin's going to go into the room, and she's just going to put it down on her desk and not bring attention to it. So,
okay.
Eldryn, what's
Yes.
in the box?
Is it your anniversary already?
What? No.
What's in the
only been,
box?
This is Nora's talking. No, it's only been like.
It hasn't even been a week.
Less than. Yeah.
3 months? What are you talking
What?
about?
It's been a long week.
What's in the box?
It's a gift for someone, and I would prefer not to do it in front of everyone, so you can all stop
I would prefer
talking.
if you didn't do it in front of everyone too. That's what your door is for.
Okay.
Hey, listen, if we want to do it, this is our room, we could do it. You guys are the one that's barging in here.
I'm just asking for ample warning so I can leave.
I remember being invited here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not
I think-
in this room while we're doing things.
Yeah, I mean,
What are
yeah.
you talking about?
I don't. You know what? Fine. Gwar. I wanted to have a nice moment with you, but here.
You
ruined
did?
it. I shoved this box into your hands.
Thank you.
It's a gift for you.
Me?
Yes, you.
It's not my birthday.
Well, open
Just,
it.
are you gonna open it or not?
Winona leans into Wilbur and goes, when is his birthday?
I don't know. I don't even know when my birthday
You guys don't
is.
talk about that? Now speaking louder. You guys don't talk about birthdays?
But we don't talk about birthdays.
I know,
Mine was
but that's...
Mine was probably like 4 months ago.
Happy
Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay. So does Gwar open it? You froze.
Oh no, he's frozen.
He's frozen.
Oh no, she cast
Oh, no.
frozen on him.
I cast. Yeah, he opened it and it was a freezing spell.
No, the anticipation.
No reason to roll that DC. It just automatically
Damn.
fails.
Well, at least it looks happy to be frozen.
We'll see. This is how we see Mike for the rest of the night.
Oh, wait, he's
And
coming back.
see Mike.
Yeah, I say,
Look
Mike,
at Noros.
if you want to just, yeah. Meanwhile, here's Noros. What a babe. Mike, if you want to just come in just on audio for now to figure out what's going on. Oh wait, what am I talking about? You're fully gone. My bad. So I do think at a certain point in time, so this is better than others. I think Winona does lean into Wilbur in front of everybody as Gwar is just kind of staring at this box, just kind of frozen in thought. I think. Winona leans into Wilbur and goes, "Hey, could we talk?"
Yeah. What's wrong?
Okay, could you guys give us the room, please?
No, we're not. We're not.
What?
This is not our room.
You
Hello.
just agreed.
Sorry.
You're back.
With the. Are they leaving or are we leaving?
We can step right outside the door.
Okay.
This is Eldryn's room. We're not gonna ask them to leave.
Sorry, I blacked out for a second. Are they gonna do stuff?
We're gonna talk without you guys. My son just agreed to it, and that was it. So I just assumed you guys would leave.
No, like, oh my gosh. Okay, Wilbur's gonna motion her towards the door and outside the room.
Okay, you got it. Cool. I will say,
But
you get to the doorway, and then now that Gwar is kind of like woken up from this moment of being given this
shocked
gift.
He got a gift from Eldryn.
Yeah, Winona
Pretty
actually kind
much.
of stops Wilbur at the door and kind of like pulls it. Goes, wait, no, I want to see what's in the box.
Okay. Okay.
Is everybody ready?
I'm
I hope
ready.
I don't black out again.
You're making this a bigger deal than it should be. So
What do we see?
Gwar opens the box. He sees a pendant that has a shield with a dragon engraved on it and a few swirls of black enamel around the dragon. So Eldryn looks like she looks uncomfortable because she doesn't want to do this in front of everyone. So she says, so the shield represents that you are a protector, and I know that you've done a lot of bad things in your past, but you've been working hard to rebuild your life and make it mean something. And I just, whether it be protecting us from danger or protecting us from falling apart as a group, you are our protector. So, and then the dragon obviously symbolizes your connection with Bahamut and the strength that you get from him. And, this is awkward. The black enamel, it's made with your brother's ashes, because I know he did a lot of horrible things, but I wanted to honor your connection to him because at the end of the day, he was still your brother, and I don't think you've actually mourned him yet. So, there you go.
Noros comes over and just puts a hand on your shoulder.
Wilbur is crying.
What's Winona doing? Wilbur, I'll let you take over now for Winona.
As Wilbur's crying, which Wilbur does not do often, Winona is going to turn to him and say, "Are you going to turn me into a necklace when I'm gone someday?"
Full on ruining it. I love that. What a great way
And,
to ruin that moment.
as Gwar's just staring at it, Eldryn goes, "It's okay if you don't like it. I wasn't sure if I should do like a bracer or a bracelet, or I don't know. The pendant seemed like a good idea because you can kind of hide it if you don't want people to see it. I don't know. It was stupid."
Big fat tear just rolls down Gwar's cheek. For the first time ever, Gwar is speechless.
Aww. beautiful.
He reaches into the box and just kind of picks it up and just like holds it in his palm.
It was like a bejeweled box too.
Well, it's underwater, right? So it just kind of floats
No, I
down.
know.
Yeah, I mean, let's fully lean in on the bejeweled reference. It is way too much, like way too.
Yeah,
many
Eldryn didn't ask for it.
impressive-
She's not happy with it.
Yeah, love it.
Gorge still just the tears just falling down. I'm not like bawling. It's just like, especially at the part where Eldryn said you really haven't had a chance to mourn your brother. And just slowly, without a word, he just kind of picks it up, lowers, like, and puts it on. And then kind of looks at it. I didn't think you cared.
I mean, he deserved to die, but he was still your brother. And you should be able to honor that connection. Because he wasn't always like that.
What Tal turned him into deserved to die. I will avenge him. I will avenge him. You're all still staring at me, aren't you?
This is
No.
why I wanted to do it.
Sorry,
I want
Winona full turns, I think.
Yeah. And Eldryn says this is why I wanted to do it privately. But yeah. We can give you the room, Gwar, if you need some time.
Let's go get Broomhilda.
Well, we can't at this exact moment, but the sentiment, I completely understand.
Oh, right.
Okay.
But
okay.
I will say, if we could at this exact moment do that, that would have been an epic moment.
I wasn't trying to have an epic moment. I'm very emotional right now.
Okay, well,
You see Noros just like kind of like backs up a little bit and just kind of like also wiping a tear. Goes, yeah, it's cool, I guess. And then just like walks his way back to Eldryn, and then just kind of puts his arm kind of around the side, and just kind of like
Yeah.
kind of just sort of hugs you waist to waist. This time.
Yeah. Gwar
I lean into him.
kind of bends over and takes Eldrin's hand. Not to get in Noros' way at the other side.
Yeah, Noros just like kind of pulls away a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eldrin.
Of course.
This may be the greatest gift I've ever received.
Well,
Prolonged eye contact.
yeah, Eldrin does the eye contact with you, and then says, I know I haven't shown it a lot lately, but you are important to me in this group. A lot of us wouldn't be here without you, so don't ever forget your worth. And you're more than just our protector, you're our friend.
Well, I know. I was just worried you didn't think that.
You're a very easy target for my anger right now, and I'm sorry that I've been taking it out on you. I normally would take it out on my mother, but she left, so...
I'm your mother figure?
No, that is not what I meant. I'm just saying that you're okay, this got... He froze again. He froze in sadness.
Is he really
Winona-
from? Oh, he is really from. Oh,
Yeah,
he's
there we
back.
go.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So,
Yeah, but
Way to break immersion.
Eldrin just says, no, I just meant that you're a very aggravating person, Gwar, and so is my mother, and normally she's easier to be angry at, but she's not here, and so I don't know. Not that you're second best. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say that I'm sorry.
I'm still here.
I know you're still here. You're holding my hand, Gwar. But I appreciate you telling me because
her hand now.
yeah, and I say I appreciate it though because your head is downcast and I'm not quite sure what you're doing or thinking at the moment.
Well, I'm a foot taller than you. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
it's just how I have to look at you.
Okay.
So we don't need to keep. Can you? And he kind of like pulls like.
I let go.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
I appreciate this so much, and I'm proud to be a part of this.
Yeah. Me too.
So what now?
Well, Winona and Wilbur want to have a talk.
Right. So if you could all give us.
Wilbur, I mean, we can give you the room. We need anyway. We need to.
Wilbur's gonna push Winona out the door.
What? Ow. Okay. All right. Yeah, and Winona is out the door. As you are pushing your mother out the door, Wilbur, go ahead and give me an insight check.
Oh boy. 14.
No way, samesies.
Samesies. Why are you rolling an insight check?
Because I wanted to.
Practice.
I just wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
It's getting warmed up.
Getting warmed up.
I just wanted to be a part of it.
I want to be a part of something. Sorry, gang. I'm trying to get something. I just realized Winona wasn't on here yet. And that's silly. There you are. Oh, gosh, she's too big. Okay, never mind.
That ass.
That ass.
Don't talk about my mother that way.
I'm the DM. I can talk about that NPC that technically I created all I want. Cool. So I will. So we'll just move it back to this. So yeah. So 14. Wilbur, looking at your mother, it's hard to tell her feelings in this. First off, she's seen something that was very emotional. And also she's underwater. So she looks very different. And I think, the hood's like kind of floating things. She's in, I think all the expressions that are usually kind of like pulled down on her face are like kind of like pulled up and they're kind of like stretching out a little bit, in the water. But yeah, so you're not entirely sure what she means when she says, okay, I think we're good here.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good place to talk. It's quiet. There's no one around.
No, I mean, I think we're good here.
Underwater?
Right?
Oh. You mean you're ready to go?
Yeah. I need to, especially knowing by not knowing how much family's left, but knowing that they're there without me, I have no idea what they're doing. I mean, man, there's a good chance that Walter has, broken some of the tables sitting on them. He's getting kind of big, and someone's got to fix them.
That's I don't know that he's at the grove.
Well, he's not here, Wilbur. That's for sure.
You're right. I don't know. I don't know what's
ask the
left.
nice wizard man to bring us back.
Yes, we can ask Zaris. It might be a little complicated because he seems to be losing his mind. But we can ask him. I don't know what's left of the grove or what condition it's left in. Are you gonna be okay?
She kind of hangs her head and she looks at you and goes, I guess I thought you might come with me for a while this time.
I can't.
It's okay. It's okay. I get it. I understand. There's a lot of people depending on you. I should be proud, and I am. I miss our old life.
I miss it too. Everything was so much simpler.
Yep. But okay, these old knees don't do so good underwater, or they're honestly, actually, they feel really good. But well, that can't be the reason I'm here. So, you know, let's go home, or bring me home. I guess I don't know.
Okay. We can ask Eldryn to take us to Zaris because I get lost around here.
Okay. I mean, yeah, if you want, or I can help. I mean, I think I got a pretty good handle on things. You know, Zaris is obviously in the dungeon. That's why it's so dark. So.
Well,
knocking on his door
is dangerous. The last time we did that, we almost got impaled. So.
Yeah, that's a good point. You're right. That's a good point. Okay. Do you want me to say it, or do you want to say it?
Wilbur's gonna give her probably one of the tighter hugs that he's ever given Winona in his life. And he's gonna say, I think you should tell the group that you're ready to go.
Okay.
I wish I could come with you. I'm sorry.
Can you at least travel with me? Just, it might be good to know what's what for you guys too.
I don't think I can. We have to go find Seren and Milo and then go to a place that I've never even heard of before. And, you know, Zaris will get you there quickly.
Okay. All right. Okay. You still got my amulet, right?
Oh, look at Winona. Yep. Never taken it off.
Well, I mean, if you're bathing yourself, you can take it off. You don't have to. You don't want to get any patina on the metal.
It never leaves my side.
Seriously, though, and she's like pushing the door. Seriously, though, you need to make sure you're washing that thing every day. So you guys hear washing that thing every day. As this Winona walks in. Okay. Well, home for me. Go. I'm going home. Can I go home?
I mean, yeah, we talked about that earlier. Zaris can
Okay.
definitely get
I'm
you
ready.
home, but I think I think Milo is close to him, so I was thinking we wait till tomorrow, since it's almost nighttime anyway, so that we can get him too at the same time.
I've been meaning to ask you this. How do you tell when it's nighttime?
I point
While you're answering this, Winona's looking at Wilbur.
I point to the lights that are outside that like light up like from the castle grounds. You could see it's like I was like, yeah, so each we kind of like adopted the same time system that they have on land just because it makes it a little bit easier. So it's getting that means that it's it's after dinner, it's getting late. Probably still have a few more hours before it's time to go to sleep, but
Eldryn, is there no way we can get her home sooner? She's ready.
we can ask Saris if he can do it now.
I think that would be best.
Okay.
She needs to go home and rest.
Okay. Yeah, let's go do that. I'll go get him.
Okay, you go get him.
Mhm.
So we'll fast forward that scene. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Straight roll.
Gwar should have gone to get him.
Yeah. I'm
can I guide
surprised
myself?
of all the things where you guys all usually go together. You're like, oh,
I
okay,
know.
I'll go get him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Um,
still stunned from the gift, so
Okay, let's see. So that would be 16, 17, 18.
Okay, yeah. DC was 10. You're fine.
Sweet.
Cool. So Zaris goes, oh, yeah, okay, totally. Yeah, need to have one more spell to burn before the night's done.
Can you?
Where is she?
She's in my room, but can Wilbur go with her and come back with you, or is it only like you can only send her? How does it
No,
work?
I can go get him.
You can go
I
there.
can just hang out there. Where are we going?
The grove that Winona spoke of. It's where her and Wilbur are from. It's actually where we had that intense battle that I don't think I told you about. So when I left Noria like a day and a half ago, you're bored. Okay, let's just go to
What?
my.
No, I was okay.
Okay.
Great. All right. Lead the way, and you see him disappear.
I go back down to my room and I mutter
where's
to myself
Zaris?
every time.
There's a cut scene where Zaris is in whatever pocket dimension that he's teleporting to and from, where he's just saying to himself and whoever is in this dimension, "That never gets old." And he pops up way before Eldryn gets there.
Yeah.
All right. I guess there's a couple people that are going to the grove. So
When did you get here?
Where did you
points
come
to
from?
Noros and Gwar. You ready to go?
No,
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
going. No.
What?
No, Winona.
Wait, did you say a couple?
Yeah. Eldryn, we'll say you get here at this point.
Yeah. I say, yes, he can bring. Honestly, I think it's probably similar to what Brimhilda did. He could probably bring all of us. We can drop her off and then come back. Or he can just bring you and her and bring you back. If you want to have a moment alone with her in your home.
I'll go with her.
Okay.
Cool.
Do you want Gwar to
Anyone
go
else?
with you as well, or?
Well, that depends. Do you and Noros need time alone?
Well, I mean, that was not my intention.
For what?
They're
It's what we talked about earlier, Zaris, in your office. The thing that you don't are not interested in with anyone
Oh, the
whatsoever.
whole, like,
Yeah.
biological thing. Yeah,
Hmm.
okay, great. Yep,
Yeah.
cool.
They've been married for
Procreate.
less than a week. Yeah,
Go for
you do
it.
the
We
math.
need more children in this castle.
can Gwar
Whoa,
come,
whoa, whoa!
Can Gwar
No
come
children
with
for
us?
a bit.
Yeah, Noros just goes, well, I mean, oh, yeah, okay. Yep. That makes sense, too. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Whew, okay.
I mean, we
Time to
don't even
go.
know where we're going to live yet.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Actually, maybe we should just talk about that while you guys are gone.
Yes. That would be good because we do need to discuss. I mean, the children will obviously have the Undereth last name as per our customs because I'm a higher family than yours.
Okay, well,
But
I'm going now. Who am I taking?
Okay, Gwar, come on.
We are
Gwar,
coming
Winona,
right
come on.
back. We are coming right back. Well,
Norris looks at you and goes, yeah, take your time. Just looking right at Gwar.
Oh, I didn't mean like that. I didn't mean like in a minute. I meant like we'll be back very shortly. So
Yeah, okay, cool. Take your time.
Okay.
This is so awkward. Okay, Wilbur's gonna take Winona's hand and then take Gwar's hand.
Great, cool. Well, what do you do?
well, Broomhilda had us hold hands when we did it. Do you not? Is that not necessary?
I mean, not for a powerful wizard like me, but hey, do what you want.
Maybe.
All right,
I
sure.
look at Gwar and I say, maybe she just wanted to hold your hand.
I just got 2 gifts today.
And with that, pulled out from
So
that
good.
scene. Cool. I think as we have now split the party once again.
Are we gonna RP Noros and Eldryn now, or?
Absolutely. I think we're gonna do that first. I think that's fair. Yeah. So staying in this room as the rest of them just disappear. Norris looks up at you and goes, hold on. That's not Norris. That's Zaris. Okay.
Hello, Noros.
I just have to say something here. I think wherever we are deciding to live and whether or not we are having children and whenever that time is, that you are done saving the world.
Okay.
I want to protect you. But some of the things that you're facing are so... You're much stronger than I am. Eldryn, and I wish to protect you with everything I have, but I don't know how much I can help you. Eventually, I feel like I'm going to be a hindrance, and more often than not, in the stories and the adventures that you guys have, I'm here where for you to come back to and ignore. I don't know if I can go with you all the time to have these adventures, and maybe then we wouldn't... I wouldn't be out of these inside jokes or conversations with Gwar, and so I think we need to figure that out.
I thought that, I mean, where you go, I go, and I thought that that was the plan. Not for you. What do you say? You're gonna stay here?
I can't handle what I experienced in the past 24 hours again.
What do you?
So I know it's hard for me as a Triton, as your husband, to feel like I can't be there to protect my wife. But it's also really hard for me as a husband to recognize that I am not the most important thing in her life.
That's not true.
It is, and that's okay.
No, it's not true. I gave up everything for you, and I would again. I'm sorry that there's so much going on right now, so many people dying and so many things, and it's not just simple running off and being together away from everything. You never had to see me with royal responsibilities before, and I'm not handling it well because I didn't think I would have them up until a few years ago.
I know there's a lot on your plate. I get it, and I'm not. Listen, and he takes your hand at this and guy puts his hand over. I'm not going anywhere. Our relationship isn't changing and all. I don't want you to feel anything like that. I just need to voice my feelings and have you recognize that this isn't working exactly well for me. So we need to figure out what expectations are here.
Okay, well,
I can go with you everywhere you go, and I would love to do that, but I truly feel at a certain point I'm going to be more of a burden than help. I'm not a hero, Eldryn. You are.
that's not true either. You were doing things with your other group.
That's not a good example, dear.
I don't know what to say because this isn't what I want either. I want to be with you. I don't want to separate from you. Are you saying you're not going to go with us to the Shadowfell?
I know teleportation is, how do they say that? Is a bitch. Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Is it? And sometimes it's tricky based on the amount of people. So that in and of itself is a point of.
It won't matter. It's because Zaris will be there, and he's coming with us, and he is much more powerful at teleportation than I am. So the whole thing with the Grove and you not being able to come, that was different. This is going to be a different situation. We have different powers. I mean, I just gave you that Biden. You're going to be so much more powerful with that. You're the one that taught me how to fight.
I know. But pretty sure you could kick my ass now.
Well, that's just because I have the power of persona. You could kick anyone's ass.
He holds you close in an embrace and says, "Whatever you want, I will do. But
No.
just please remember that I'm in the room when I'm there." And as far as this goes, and he touches his heart and touches your heart. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
So this room's kind of small. Also, I mean, it just truly depends on what happens when you save the day.
I mean, we're not gonna live here. We're probably gonna. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I have responsibilities, and I want to figure out where you are in that, because you deserve to be more than just Eldryn's husband here.
Oh God.
But
Am I gonna
we
have
don't
to
have.
wear the noble, like?
Not if you don't want. I mean, what do you want?
I really hate those puffy shirts. I'm sorry. They look so dumb.
They do. I get to wear dresses, and they look much better.
I don't want to wear a dress either.
What I'm saying is I want you to have a full life outside of just being my husband. So we need to figure out what that is. Whether that's doing what we talked about before, where you wanted to be a guard, or something of that sort. Or I don't want you to just feel like you're my shadow.
Yeah. Okay.
So think about that too.
So we are for sure staying here
Mm, I mean, not necessarily in the castle, but like in the castle grounds. It's kind of expected.
You know what I'm asking, Eldryn.
Eldrin just looks and says, I don't have the mental capacity right now. What are you saying?
We made jokes about where we would live on land.
Oh. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But you knew that when you married me.
When I married you, you were of a very different opinion of the throne, so.
But you knew what my responsibility was.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the only person that could have taken that from me died. So I will not leave it to Anrin and Navos like it was left to me.
I understand. I get that. Oh, man. If your dad just stayed mad at you, that would have worked out really well for me.
It's just really difficult to stay mad when I'm the favorite.
Hey, speaking of, have you visited your brother and sister yet?
Yeah, no, not yet. I'm planning on it. There's some things that I need to talk to you about that's going on with our family and that dynamic. But I don't want you to feel like it's our fault.
Okay.
So my mom didn't just leave to go clear my name. She doesn't. She doesn't know. I don't know. She wrote it on this stupid letter that I haven't read yet, but apparently she's not happy, and She is trying to figure out what life is outside of her marriage with my father.
Does that mean what I think it means?
She's still queen, and for all intents and purposes, they're still married, and they will remain so in the eyes of the public.
God, okay. Yeah, okay, so bad timing,
So
right?
that's
Stupid. No,
another
he
reason why
he walks over to the
yeah.
corner of the room and just starts putting his head up against the wall because of the conversation he just had with you.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, so that's not. I didn't.
No,
I
you
didn't
didn't know that.
I didn't know
No,
that.
you didn't. No
You
one.
know I didn't know that.
Yes, I know, and I
Okay.
didn't really. That's another reason why I'm kind of on edge and angry right now. So.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Timing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Are you okay?
No, I'm angry. And apparently, stupid letter is going to make me not so angry. But my dad is telling Anrin and Nabos tonight at some point, so I should probably be there for them.
Do you think you should read the letter before visiting them?
I guess so.
Come on. And he sits on the bed and just kind of waits for you there.
Yeah. So Eldryn will read it, and I think it takes her a bit to go through it, and then she probably rereads it a few times.
Have we read it out loud? Have we done that?
No.
Do you mind?
No, I don't mind. Let me open it. There we go. Okay. So it says, "My dearest Eldryn, I hope this letter finds you in good health and high spirits. It is with a heart weighed by the burden of the past that I write to you now. I wish to inform you that I am embarking on a journey to Eisenheim, to converse with this king about the events surrounding Grencelli Mortimer, and to seek his pardon for your safe return to the surface. This is a path I must walk alone, for it is a matter that requires solitude and reflection. You should know, Eldryn, that this journey may keep me away for an extended period of time. The circumstances with your father have reached a precipice, and in the wake of your own courageous steps, I find myself compelled to follow the dictates of my heart. These past years have borne witness to trials and tribulations with the loss of your brothers, casting long shadows upon our realm. This added sorrow has only strained further the ties that bound me to your father. Be assured, however, that my title as Queen of Honoria and my role as your mother remains steadfast. It is not without a certain pride, and yet a measure of reservation, that I admit that nurturing a daughter as defiant and valiant as you has been my greatest achievement. Your strength and spirit have brought both light and warmth to my days. I implore your forgiveness, daughter, for any missteps and shortcomings on my part. Know that I shall beseech Persona, now more fervently than ever before, for a swift return to the good graces of Isengard for you. Our hopes align in this matter, and should this agreement falter, we'll stand together, watching as Persona's waters reclaim the city, tearing the very foundation of it down to the depths of the Imaean Sea. I have left my most prized possession, given to me by your grandmother on the day of our wedding and my coronation. It has been handed from queen to queen in the Anarath family for generations. Though I still claim that title, it only seemed right to present it to your hands now, followed an early bequeathal. Take care, my brave-hearted daughter. I carry you with me always in the deepest chambers of my heart. With all my love, Eldryn, Queen of Honoria." I think, yeah, Eldryn doesn't know what to do with the emotions that she has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we zoom out of this scene as we see that place of, I think, Noros, who's just kind of like rubbing your back as you're reading the letter, and you see the part where you say greatest achievement is raising you. You see, his eyes kind of go a little wide at that. And, but other than that, yeah, I think he's just rubbing your back. We kind of just zoom out from this scene. Okay. Cool. And with that,
The Grove?
the Grove. So, as we into the Grove, we have Zaris, Gwar, Wilbur, and Winona. There is a... I'd actually like Wilbur and Gwar give me a perception check.
That is a 13 for me.
Nice.
22.
Honey, talk again?
22.
Anyone else hearing her being really low?
I heard 22.
Yeah, I mean, I heard her.
Does it sound low?
A little.
The first syllable was a little low, but everything else sounded fine.
Say test for me, Miranda.
Test, test, test.
Okay. Let's turn you back up here. Okay. Cool. 22. What did Gwar roll?
13.
13. Cool. So as you guys are looking around, and honestly, Wilbur, I probably should have just given you advantage on this, but you rolled pretty dang high anyways. You see a surprisingly calm environment. You don't see any. It's been a couple days, and you do not see any representation of a fire or giants. You do notice that there is less. There seems to be less. There's one less hut, and you notice that the farm itself looks a little bit smaller, but it actually looks surprisingly good. I'd say you both notice that. Wilbur, you see your entire family eating dinner at the long dinner table. They do not notice you as you've poofed probably out maybe 100 feet away, and they're busy eating.
Woo, it is good to be on land again. Woo. I turned my collar off.
I can't believe it looks so good. Is that...
Okay, tell me the bad news.
It looks fine.
No, it looks... It looks just like the Grove.
Yeah, I can hear people drinking and everything.
I know, honey. There's no way you're using the correct mic. Can you check your mic?
No, I swear I am. I didn't change anything.
Take your mic off. Take your headset off. Keep talking.
Oh.
Yeah.
I honestly think that could be a really good. I don't know. Do wombats drink like that? Because that would be actually pretty great.
No, they don't.
Okay. Dang it.
Did I fix it?
Yeah.
Yes, you did. I knew there was something
Okay,
weird.
thank God.
Yeah, it's great.
I swear I did not touch that.
It's all good.
The brook sounds a little more babbly than usual than the last time we were here. I mean, other than that.
Yes, actually, that's a good point. You do see even the pond seems to be redone. Now, granted, you see that there is still that sort of crumbled sort of rock formation that is a little bit still in kind of a heap, but it is significantly nicer than you thought it would be.
Was this Riley's doing?
I don't know. Is that Dad and Wilma over there eating?
You do indeed see Walter and Wilma um, eating at the table. I will give a perception check for Walter and Wilma. Okay. Okay. 2 and a 3. They do not see you.
That checks out.
Of
They're
course.
very busy eating.
That checks out.
Well, we are quite far away.
Okay, you don't need to sugarcoat it. Just tell me how it looks.
No. Oh, like. Look, just look around. It's.
She
Wilbur,
can't.
I know you did not just tell your brother
She
to
can't,
look around.
Wilbur.
I know you did not just say that.
I mean, perceive around, listen around,
Okay.
maybe.
Just stop.
It smells and sounds fine, Gwar. Thank you.
It is
You're
fine.
welcome.
It's perfect.
It looks... Winona, I promise you, I'm telling you the truth when I say it looks like it did before we even got here. The first time, before I laid waste to that Woestrider.
It doesn't look like anything happened here.
The tree is gorgeous.
At this point, Walter finally is able to look up and just go, Oh, everybody, hey, we have guests. And you see 200 wombat heads turn in your direction and start start shouting in wombat and start running up to you. And you see all of a sudden there's a massive group all around you.
Yeah!
Hey, Wilbur! Just chorus of Wilbur. You see Winona full on breaks into tears. Is immediately lost within the group as you guys actually start to get pulled almost away from each other as the group is being kind of surrounded. Zaris is just Zaris is surprisingly feeling pretty tall in this moment. So it's just kind of holding himself up like a lighthouse. Okay, nope, no, don't touch that. Nope, get it. Stop, please.
I try to find as many of the archers as I can, and I scoop up as many as I can, and I hug as many as I can hold.
Okay, you got it. Roll me a strength saving throw.
Oh, that was pretty good. That was a dirty 20.
Awesome. Yeah. You're able to. Yeah. You hear a chorus of them cheering out. You hear a bunch of wombats asking you different questions at the same time. So finally, you see Walter, kind of get in between. He goes, all right, okay, calm down. Okay, Wilbur,
sorry,
you're always
sorry,
the best at this.
sorry.
Can you help me out with this? They're not listening to me. They're not.
Okay, everyone, just back up. It's okay. I'm happy to see you all too.
Hang on.
Nearly loud enough, Wilbur.
Everybody stop!
You see everybody just freeze in place.
Okay. He wasn't trying to be rude. It's just we know everyone's excited. I'm so happy to see all of you.
Walter kind of says, all right, everybody. Okay, relax. It's okay. We're good. Everybody, you know what? Just go ahead and grab your food, and we'll come over. We'll just kind of sit on the hill, and we'll listen to where Wilbur and Winona. Hi, honey. Good to see you. And gives her a kiss. Winona's still full on, just I think actually grabs him and is crying into his fur. He goes, oh, okay, all right. Everybody just grab their food and then just come back and sit down. Do you guys need some food?
We just ate not long ago.
Oh, okay. There's some grass here. There's some pumpkins. We even started growing some eggplants. They're not ready yet, but you could take a look at them if you wanted to.
How does the grove look so good? Did you all do this?
Yeah, no. So, and you see it's like as the crowd starts kind of gather back around and kind of sits and like grabs their food as you're like full on Sermon on the Mount, like around you guys as you're. No, actually, we had some help from some. We've had some other people visit the Grove. Well, I mean, your friend Milo came back. That was before I was returned from being captured. But yeah, apparently he came back and he was with some other friends. One of them looked kind of like your.
Wait, what's
Well,
here?
two of them kind of looked a little bit like your fish friend. Your bluey friend.
Bluey
But yeah, they're.
friend.
Hang on. Were they the ones that hurt our friends?
I don't think so. Everything I heard again. This is actually you know Wilbur was here. Wilbur. Wilbur. You see, Wilbur is not in this crowd.
Wilma! I had to. Sorry.
Where
Wilma
is
is
she?
not in this crowd.
Wilma!
Wilbur, you look over and you see Wilma is still eating at the table.
Just give me a minute. Let me go talk to her.
Okay, I'm gonna
Gather around, wombats. I'll tell you the story of what happened since we disappeared.
we're gonna need some water. I think there's a possibility that Winona's gonna lose all the water she has here. It's okay, honey. Okay, come here. Yep. No, I missed you too. And starts to kind of maneuver off. Wilbur, as you approach Wilma.
What are you doing sitting over here by yourself?
Oh, hey, welcome back.
You must be hungry. You're pretty focused.
I gave away your musical instrument, your xylophone thing. They told me it was a marimba. They told me it was a marimba. I gave it away.
To who?
Some lion-faced dude.
A lion face dude. Who was here? No. Sorry. Dogs.
It's okay.
Shh.
Oh, yeah. Some other people came to check on the grove after you all left. There was a party. Sorry you couldn't make it.
Who were they? Like, they just showed up? You don't know how they got here?
Oh yeah, I guess Riley brought them. Because
Where's
they saved
Riley?
her. She's in her
Oh
tree.
my god. She's in her tree?
Yep.
Well, where did those people go? You gave them my marimba?
Yeah, well, you were here and I didn't know how to use it, so he looked like he could use it, so I gave it to him.
Okay, that's okay. How are you doing?
Me? I'm good. I'm fine. Dad got back about a day ago. Riley brought him through a tree. Said that he has a story for you as well. He was captured and put in a cage. And,
Oh my god. Well, what about you? Did you go anywhere or were you just in the grove the whole time?
though I was here. I was still here. Remember you told me to stay low, so.
Those people didn't hurt you or anything, right? They didn't threaten you.
When we came up, there was no one left.
No, I mean the people that came to the grove. They didn't hurt you or threaten you, right?
No.
Okay.
The lion folk dude was a little annoying. Kept showing up, asking me how I was doing and stuff.
Wilbur's gonna hug her, and I know she's gonna hate it, and he's gonna say, "I'm just so glad that you're okay."
Okay, come on, I'm trying to eat.
Yeah, don't act like you don't want a hug from your brother. It's fine. You don't have to admit it. I know you do.
I handled the fort while you were away.
I'm not surprised. Everything looks great. I guess
Thanks.
the marimba can be replaced.
Okay, I guess you want me to go over to the group. And she takes 2 bowls, hands you one of them that is full of like some dried leaves. And okay, let's listen to. Oh God, he's so loud. And they go over to listen to Gwar as Gwar is giving his story.
And it waved at me. It was this amazing, gorgeous, vibrant color, and it had little fins that like moved around like that. And I wanted to name it, but this guy wouldn't let me do it. And so I wish you could see it. If I had something to draw with, I would try to replicate it. And I wouldn't do it justice, but man, was it neat. You all would have loved it. Anyway, so then we talked a lot, and and I got this necklace, and I like show everybody like, and then we got here. So that's the tale of what happened since we disappeared.
You're all extremely small and all very hairy.
This is ours. He's very powerful.
And insightful.
Was that? Sometimes greetings work well if you just explain the obvious. Okay. Hello?
And you hear a choir of hello, like just like in multiple.
Oh God. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. All right. You hurry it up. I'm gonna be by this tree.
Why am I imagining the squishy toys in Toy Story in the vending machine, in like the claw machine?
100%. They are 100%.
That's
claw,
exactly,
yeah.
that's exactly what I was thinking
aliens.
of. Is he going by Riley's tree?
He is going by Riley's tree. He has no idea.
Wilbur's going to say to Gwar, Riley's here.
Oh yeah. And I'm gonna walk briskly to catch up with Zaris.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, good.
Do you have any interest in talking to the tree spirit?
No, I was just getting away from those hundreds of tiny little wombats.
Excuse me, that is Wilbur's family. They are wonderful. They fought bravely with us.
Okay.
They are spirited
Well,
warriors, and
something
I'm very proud of them. And then, are we close to the tree at this point?
Yeah, it's not that far away.
Okay, so I like put my hand on the trunk and I just say, Riley, are you here?
Give me a persuasion check, I guess.
Ooh. Sorry, I always forget my yep, 22.
22.
Yeah.
1 second. Been spending this whole time trying to get freaking Riley in the mix here. Yeah, you hear the trunk start to move, the leaves kind of move around. You see Zaris kind of like also just put his hands up and like little magical symbols kind of come up out of his hand.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll listen to you. No thanks.
I've been here.
He has his hands up. Cool. And then you see a figure come out of the tree in full dryad form. As she's been practicing being proud of what she is and what she looks like. My God. Why do
How
I not
tall?
recall?
How tall is she in dryad form?
In dryad form, she's about, I'd say she's about 6 feet.
I was gonna say she's pretty tall, right? So okay.
She's pretty tall in dryad form, yeah.
Okay. Riley, you look great.
Hold on, let me give her the entrance she deserves. Almost there, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
So you see her come out of the tree. This woman kind of head to toe in leaves of green that as soon as she walks out seems to push their own vines that open up into these very bright pink flowers. You see orange hair kind of tumbling down her face kind of given these wooden sort of angular features. I'd say, dryad form, she still looks beautiful, even more so to some. And she steps on out and she goes, "Oh, Gwar. Hello. Welcome back." Oh, and we lost Mike. So meanwhile,
Here he is.
are you back? Okay.
I don't know, man.
That's all right. Gwar, Zaris. Excuse me, Gwar. I don't know who Zaris is. Gwar, welcome back.
And now I can't see Joe.
Who is your friend?
I can see all of you, but I can't see Joe.
Can you hear me?
There you go.
Obviously.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. That was really weird.
Okay, cool. That's all right. She said, "Hi, welcome back."
Okay. So, this place looks fantastic. Did you do this?
Oh, somewhat, yeah. I had some help. We had
Yeah,
some,
I heard that.
We had some visitors that I brought. That thankfully was a huge help. Actually, I'm really glad you're here. Oh, it looks like there's a hole.
Where?
It looks like Wilbur has an audience. Okay. I'll say, I guess we can wait until later. There's something important I need to talk to you about.
Okay. Riley, this is Zaris. Zaris, Riley.
You have red hair and green vines. Good.
Real ladies, man.
See Riley go. Okay. Looks like Gwar
Zaris'
gives kind of
sexual awakening.
gives Gwar. No, this is full Zaris just not knowing how to talk to people. You see Riley kind of looks at Gwar, kind of gives like a knowing nod. Like, you have blue skin, dark blue hair, and look to be extremely wise and insightful. And he goes,
All right. Well, good to meet you. Do you have a name that you go by?
yes. Well, Gwar calls me Riley, as I told him to. If you wish, you can call me Ralia Samira Wildfont.
Wow. That's... I'm sure I had a last name at some point. Anyways, you can just call me Zaris. Pleasure to meet you. Gwar, is this why you called me over here?
Yeah, that last part was especially good, Zaris. Well done. So Zaris is the one who brought us back. We were here to return Winona, and happy to check on the grove. So happy everything is back to seemingly its former glory. So, but
More or less, yeah.
But yes, we have a lot to tell you. Grimhilda's in the Shadowfell.
Ah. Okay. Okay. I'm that troubles me deeply,
Me too.
and I am worried about my friend.
I knew you would be.
Okay. Well, let's first things first. Let's welcome our family back. And she fully comes out of the tree and just walks with you all as you're all together once again. So, is there anything that Wilbur would like to do here in talking with the wombats, or anything you think Winona would do?
Wilbur would just be telling like the whole crowd of wombats, like, I'm so proud of all of you, whether it was the women keeping their children safe by staying hidden, or whether it was wombats up on the field fighting the big bad with us.
I shot a
Um,
giant.
And I'm so proud of you, Wexley. I'm so proud of you.
He knows my name.
I know
You
all
see a couple
20.
of them, couple of them like kind of like hit him like, shh, he's talking.
I know the names of all 20 of the archers that fought alongside of us. And I'm so proud of everyone. Yes.
15.
15. Right.
Yeah, we're Bissig sub. And then Riley kind of takes this moment to kind of like cut in, just go. Yes, okay. That is. Thank you, Huxley. Let's all finish our food, and then we'll see how long our guests can stay. But in the meantime, let's give them a little space. There's some things that we need to discuss. Go on. And you see them all kind of get up and just maneuver back over to the dinner table and start to finish their food. So you guys have a moment alone with Riley. So it is Riley, Zaris, Gwar, Wilbur, and Winona. I think we'll say Walter and Winona kind of step off from this for a second. So it's really just kind of Riley talking to you all. So Riley goes, we have had some disappearances. One, myself, and I assume from what I gathered from the wombats that were the archers that were up, you all split into different places. We don't have everybody back yet. We are missing. We're missing 4 more. We had lost Walter, and we had lost Winona until recently.
And we don't have any idea of where they're at.
I'm working on that.
I mean, you heard that voice. Everyone's going to be looking for any wombat at this point.
Yes, it is. I'll say actually at this point, Wilbur, go ahead and roll an insight check. I would say advantage because you know Riley, but disadvantage because she's in giant form and it's hard to tell.
20, not natural.
Shut up. That's right, you're a ranger. You can see under her eyes there looks to be like she doesn't, because in her dryad form, like she's like her face, it mostly has this woodish sort of texture. You see these like the wood underneath seems to be dark and cracked more than the rest of her face. And you surmise that is equivalent to like bags under the eyes. You recognize that most likely Riley has been working extremely hard to find the rest of them.
Riley, I appreciate all of that you're doing for the wombats and the grove. You look exhausted.
Thank you. I'm sorry. And it looks at Gwar. This goes, I'm sorry. I'm probably not in my
In your what?
Formidable form. But yeah, it's been.
Listen, Riley. I've seen what you were, at least a snippet of what you're capable of. You have nothing to apologize for. You are incredible.
Oh, well, that wasn't exactly what I was saying, Gwar, but the fact that you didn't know what I was saying is actually good. I'm glad. Yes, I've been listening to the trees and trying to have them work at spreading out. I'm worried as this may have traveled further than I thought. We found, thankfully, Walter pretty quickly. Winona was also tracked before she was abducted, it sounded like, according to the trees.
Yeah, I guess she claimed she wasn't really abducted, that they put a bag over her head for her own safety, which I guess I kind of understand, but also, like, that was not cool. But she's okay. And one of the people that she was with, a young boy, wrote her a letter, from my understanding. So
Oh. Yes, I've had many
where
young fellow write me letters. Is that
where did
what are we
Walter
talking
go?
about? You see Walter is off by the pond, by their favorite spot, just consoling Winona. I'd say he's probably making his way back here if you want.
What?
So yeah, Walter and Winona make their way back. Okay, what did I miss? Hi, Riley.
Where did you when you poofed out of here? Where did you go?
Oh, uh, I was at a beach.
Beach. That's so weird. I was kind of at a beach. I mean, not really, but okay.
Celeste. It was called Celeste.
Oh.
You're talking to Winona, right?
No,
Did
Walter.
you mean Walter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Did you say Walter? My bad. Sorry. Switching to Walter. I was in the forest, and then I was in a cage, and then I was released from the cage, and then I was with Riley.
Who put you in a cage?
I was released from the cage from a bunch of crazy looking people. There was a guy with like a nasty, almost tabaxi like face. It was like he had a big like poof of hair. And you see Riley. Riley just kind of says, "Leonin, Leonin face."
Oh, I think.
Yeah, Leonin. Yeah.
Yeah, Wilma mentioned.
Yep. And then there was someone that had like dark black hair, had a shield, and then I think I saw like skeletal wings come out of their backs. That was crazy. I was in a cage. We weren't in the same cage. We were in two separate cages. But I was in a cage that was with someone else who was also in a cage. And that person in the cage, at one point, asked my name, and I said Walter. And then I asked her name because that's what we're supposed to do, just to be polite. And she said her name was Elian. Elian?
Elian.
Something like that.
Elian? Elion?
Yeah, that's it. Elian.
Bro.
And then she got out. They let her out, and then she killed someone and then kind of ran off.
Oh.
Yeah. With like magic. But it was like she took, it was kind of cool. I mean, it was sad that someone died, but it was kind of cool. Like, so she took all the so the cage that was around her was like covered in bones. and she was able to manipulate the bones. After she was out, she was able to manipulate the bones to crunch down and form like kind of like a spear or like a long arrow, like a large arrow, I guess, and then sent it through. Sent it through the woman I said, the person I said before with like the skeletal wings.
Yeah.
Super scary. Turned out they're a good guy, but like sent it through them, and then the person that was behind them, which I think was one of our captors, is a giant like orc woman.
Wow.
I think almost killed them both, but but the other one got up eventually.
Wow. That's intense.
Yeah. How did you know? Did you just guess that name?
No, I've heard that name before.
No, you know who that is. You traveled with Eliane for. She was the one that was Ewolf and Eliane.
Ewolf.
Yeah.
Right.
No, Wilbur's playing that like Wilbur's like in a state of like disbelief.
You got it. Cool. Yeah. So Gwar, you also heard this because Winona's with you.
So whenever I didn't want to step on Wilbur's toes or paws. I see Wilbur pause and I go, yeah, we know her. We traveled with her for a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You might want to go get her. She kind of ran off from everybody. I don't know. She seemed like she wanted to go somewhere.
Was she in human form?
What?
Was she a human?
She looked like you, but like shorter and brown hair, and like just different in shape. You know how like your arms are kind of bigger. Like her arms aren't as bigger, and then like she had like her hips were like a little.
Okay. Yep.
Different.
Yep.
Different. So, you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
What else did she look like?
Between female and male body shape.
Yeah.
Well, we have a few other people.
She also looked really tired. She looked really tired, like she had been captured way earlier than I did.
Oh no.
We can try to find her, but we have to find two of our friends yet, and then go find Broomhilda.
Yes.
Okay.
Not to say Broomhilda isn't our friend. I meant Broomhilda's our friend too, but.
I knew it
gives you kind of a knowing smile, like it's okay. I know what you meant.
I knew what you meant too, and she's more than a friend to me. But anyway, so I think that we need to find our so there was the one that was, well, I guess they're both short, but everyone's short compared to me. So like they were little, and the one with the big beard that became a wolf, and then was not a wolf anymore, and then there's the one that just like is very quiet and sneaks around and lays waste to people without them even realizing it. She had that thing that flew around, and well, actually, she flew around too.
Yeah, it was Eliane and Alyssa.
I fully think Gwar is explaining your party.
I'm explaining our party.
Yeah, I got lost there too, because Walter knows who you are. Like, oh, you're talking about Seren and
yeah.
Oh.
And, but I'm trying to describe them the way that he described Eliane. So.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Riley does point out at this point, I don't know. I mean, it's entirely up to you, but I do. There are a lot of people in danger. I guess that list. I would put the wombats there in an important part. Yes, is there?
Yes, no, absolutely, because they're in grave danger, just for being wombats.
Yes.
And like I said, I'm working on that, so anything I can do to help. There has been another group, the group that was mentioned before, actually, that I'm calling out to help if they happen to. The trees tell me where they are.
Good.
So.
Thank you, Riley. No one should be hunted down because of who they are. They should be hunted down because they're pieces of shit.
Well
feel-
said.
I feel so responsible.
Nonsense. What are we talking about? Thought that helped.
What were you
Wilbur.
talking about?
Well, of course you're not responsible.
Just see? I've said it right. You
Of
could
course
do
you're not
anything you set your
responsible.
mind to.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you. No, go ahead.
Fine. Wilbur, how could you possibly be responsible for this? You didn't ask for any of this. You didn't set yourself up to be the one that would be hunted down by fucking Tall. You if anything, you've done everything you possibly can to help.
Exactly.
But maybe if I just would have made all the wombats stay hidden.
But this
Well,
group
that's true.
was hidden.
I think Sarah's just not giving any help at all. Sorry.
I don't know. Riley, thank you for all that you're doing. I don't know if there's a way that you and I can stay in touch, but if you can get a message to me, please do.
Yeah. Riley just let's see. Goes, as long as you're anywhere where there's trees, I can help you.
Okay. And should you still be in contact with that group of folks who came through and I'm told helped make the grove look great. Will you please tell them that I said thank you and that I am forever indebted to them?
And also tell them if they ever hurt our friends again.
Don't.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry. What was?
I think I heard there was like a bit of a misunderstanding, and Noros almost died, and I don't like that because I've grown quite fond of Noros. I think he's a very respectable and formidable warrior, and I am honored to fight by his side, and I don't want anything bad to happen to him, or else I will hurt them back. So I'm just saying, if you see them again, just like make sure they know to tread lightly, because they did great here, so I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. But so.
Exactly.
Did you see my necklace?
You have to help your own. That's what I always say. Well,
Yes.
We need to skedaddle. Skadoodle.
No, that was good. That was good.
This has been land. We're gonna go back. Everybody ready? Everybody hold hands.
Wilbur's gonna say final goodbyes to Winona and Walter and Riley, and I'm sure Wilma's standing back somewhere, and he'll just probably look and wave.
Gwar gives lots of low fives to everybody.
Love it. You're just drinking that in. Yeah, they're loving it. Awesome. Yeah, is there anything specific you want to say to Winona?
You're the best mom.
I don't understand what that means. I'm your only mom.
And you're the best. Because
Winona.
you're very brave. And I really admire you.
Winona, we've had the chance.
Aw, sad.
Experienced a few other people in the journey, and I can say with certainty, you're pretty great.
Thanks. And I you. And I you.
I am a good mother. I was just told that actually not too long ago. Weirdly enough. But you are clairvoyant,
anybody
so
could be a Bob.
yeah. Gwar has like symbols passing across his face, like
Cyrus
Like
goes,
the meme.
yeah. Cyrus just goes, that is biologically not true, but
thank you. Okay, I wasn't sure, but well, maybe.
no, I can tell you from experience, no, there's definitely certain creatures on Earth that cannot be a mother.
Well,
Oh, okay, I get it.
We're gonna say as Wilbur, as Winona hugs you, Wilbur, and just kind of holds you close. There's a point where Zaris kind of just like does a little toe tapping thing.
So, air, huh? Interesting.
Okay, I'm coming. All right.
Oh, great. Okay. All right. Everybody, hold hands.
We already are.
Oh, okay, good. All right. That was it. Okay, great. All right. Goodbye. This was land. Lovely.
And just and zooms back out. And with that, we're going to take our 10-minute break. So we see you guys in a few minutes. we're back. So, as we zoom out from this scene from our wombat friends, we move over. I'd say we actually like kind of travel over in the sky to an area that is not very far off. We see sandy beaches kind of brushing up onto the shorelines of a quaint little beach town. We are in Celeste. As we move in through Celeste, we pass through the many arched doorways and open holes, as there are no real doors in Celeste. We move through the beaded entrance of Mystelia's, and we zoom into a very tricky, precocious, definitely seems to be dramatic scene here. We see Huxley having one hand on the table, touching his glass. The other one clearly underneath the table. We know, as well as Seren knows, that his mechanical hand under the table is quickly able to transform into a weapon. We see on the other side is an individual that was just recently met, a firbolg, large, hulkingly big in the shoulders sailor. You can see tri-corner hat has now been put down onto the table. Seems to be kind of folding his arms across his chest. You see his eyes kind of are a dark. Actually, you see one eye patch over his eye currently right now, and you see the other one seems to be a very almost like grayish white with a hint of purple, actually. This is Percival, as he had introduced himself. At the moment, Seren, you are looking at two figures who are dead-eyed staring at each other in a very standoff sort of moment. What does Seren do here?
Seren, her eyes go back and forth between the two of them, and she stops on Huxley and just stares at him for a moment to wait to see if she's observing, because she knows his like hand went down to, you know, kind of get ready to be a weapon. And she looks over at the firbolg man and in Thieves' Cant says, can we help you with anything?
Should have known. With those that would follow. HW. Apologies, madam. I didn't mean to be anything but careful. Your companion and I have a history.
I can tell.
Boy, I am not here to start a fight. But I would appreciate it if you would put both hands on the table for me.
She looks over at Huxley and just gives like this tiniest nod.
See Huxley kind of grabs his drink, puts, at this point, I think probably a gloved hand back on the table. We can see Huxley is a calculative human individual. Gloves currently pulled up over his head. The black and white silvery pepper hair is now gone mostly silver. You see he had taken his hood off in a moment of relaxation, and I think in a point that he would look at as being a mistake now. So, what are you doing here? You see Percival kind of just leans forward as Mystelia comes and approaches the table with a very large second lager. Thank you, dear. I'm retired. You hear a scoff from Huxley's side. Sure, it is funny, I'm sure to some, but I've decided to try to keep what leg I have left on land for now. And you see Huxley kind of just continue to kind of drink his drink. So what are you doing in Celeste? Well, I'm a lawyer, believe it or not. You see, I think he's probably in the middle of a drink and just like into the drinks. Yes. Oh, by the way, do you sail, Miss Lucy?
No, I keep myself mostly on land. I've been on a boat or two, but not for a long time.
Well, if you need any revelations or assistance in terms of maritime law, here's my card. And he hands you a card. The card has a last name. I do not currently have it on me right now, so we'll say I'll find that as we continue on. I just actually recently procured a ship for a new captain. Your friend here might be familiar with the name, the Silver Brine. Sarah, just for fun, go ahead and give me a history check.
A nat 1.
Hell yeah. You've never heard of the Silver Brine. You do see you do see him kind of raise an eyebrow at you not recognizing the name. Interesting. You for sure keep your feet on land as well, as it seems. Well, what are the two of you doing here?
We were just passing through. We got caught up in some trouble, and this is where we ended up. I'm waiting on some friends, and he has, somewhere he wants to be as well. I guarantee you we did not come here for any trouble either. Seems like a very peaceful town.
Aye. That it is. Traveling through. Is the boy going home? You see Huxley looks back at him and goes, I don't think that's any of your business. You see him kind of roll his eyes. Dearest, where are you trying to travel to? I assure you, I may be able to help.
That's fine. My friends have that handled. But thank you for the offer.
Very well. How much does she know, HW? You see, Huxley kind of looks over past his glass and goes, present. You see him kind of respond. Oh. Well, then I won't give away well-kept secrets. If you need me, for any reason, I have a houseboat not too far from here. It's small. But if you want to chat, Mr. Elliot can tell you where it is. You see him kind of get up and just move from his seat and just... Mr. Elliot, thank you, dear. I'm going to take this outside. You know I'll bring it back. You see Mr. Elliot nods. Fully calm in response to this. Lucy, it's a pleasure.
He just
HW.
nods.
You see, Huxley's got Captain. And he walks out. You hear the beads kind of jingle as he kind of goes back outside. You see Huxley kind of... Huxley would... this would be a point where I think the character would be making it like a long sigh of relief. Huxley would not give you the benefit of seeing that. So I think you just see him kind of slowly sort of just kind of come back down. I think gets a little smaller in size in the idea of like maybe less of a puffing out of the chest and adrenaline pumping. You sense it for sure, being the rogue that you are.
She takes like a sip of whatever drinks left on the table. You gonna tell me what the hell that was? Captain?
Why? We were having such a good time.
Remember the two serious rogues at the table bit? I don't think we're capable of that right now. So, care to share?
Fine. Rogue to rogue. You tell me something about you I don't know. I'll tell you something about me you don't know.
Deal.
But if you lie, and I catch it, you drink.
Don't give me an incentive.
Fair enough. You see him kind of get up and scoot over to the bar, go to Mystelia, slip, Takes his coin purse out, looks through it, gives a coin, and then looks at Seren at the table and just puts it away and gives another coin. Assumedly a higher one in quality than what he probably originally gave. Comes back to the table with 2 drinks. Okay. Well, I mean, I think my first turn was before he walked in, so you start.
Fine. So, right as I was leaving Valinar, I got attacked by something in the woods. Not sure what it was. But Lucy is the one that saved me, took me back to her ship. Turns out she was the captain. Her husband was the quartermaster. And that's who I sailed with to get to where I'm at now. It was almost 2 years ago now, so about 3 years after Raylor left.
I was on a ship. Your turn.
Nope, more detail than that. I'll even drink for it, and then she takes a drink.
Okay, you got it. Fair enough. I was on a ship that was involved in slave trade. I didn't know it when I joined. And it was a long time before I was able to get out. It was called the Silver Brine. Your turn.
She takes another drink. While I was on the ship, Lucia and her husband, Jack, were both my lovers.
He takes a drink of that. That was a short sentence.
Yeah. That's all.
All right. Captain Percival at the time was my way out. I told him in exchange I would make him a boat that was unsinkable. He convinced the captain at the time of the Silver Brine that my uses were not befitting her crew. And in exchange, I would be in servitude for 5 years. I lasted 1. Your turn.
Did you ever make the ship then? assuming
Your turn.
that's why the big guy is so menacing and pissed off.
Believe it or not, he used to be worse. He used to have 2 legs. Like I said, your turn.
Do we really have to play this stupid game?
No, I guess not. Do you really want to contact, if you want to contact your friends tonight, I know a way we could do it.
Doesn't he have message?
His message is no sending.
Oh, it's different. I mean, I'm sure they're busy with probably figuring out where Milo is or something tonight. We can wait till tomorrow.
Okay. Up to you.
But I mean, that would be nice. But
Your choice.
I mean,
We'll say after this we're square. Okay.
Okay. But I mean, if you need help here, I wouldn't mind.
We could check the shipyards, but if the last ship just left the port town of Celeste is usually 1 in, 1 out, and I'm guessing the next one's not going to Dare's Wharf. So,
Well,
might be a couple days.
I know you probably have no interest in coming with us, but I don't know. Maybe we could get you somewhere that you want to go or get you started. At least out of here if you don't want to deal with your whatever stuff from your past is lurking around.
It's up to you. It's your call. We can't both help each other out. One has to help the other. So, do you want to talk to your friends or not?
Let's talk to my friends, but beyond that, neither of us owes each other anything. If I do something for you, I don't expect anything in return.
Yeah, okay. Give me that
Don't
card.
roll your eyes at me.
Just give me the
He
card.
hands him the card.
He gets up and walks over to Mystelia. It's clear he's asking for directions to Percival's house. Okay. Comes back, finishes the drink, grabs his coat, puts it on. All right. Ready for a walk?
Are we going to his houseboat?
You said you wanted to talk to him.
I'm sure Eldryn can just contact me tomorrow if we don't have to go there if you don't.
I'm not going to hide from this dude. Let's just go.
Okay.
And we cut to a very short journey in the now I'd say probably getting pretty dark, maybe like 6 to 7 o'clock at night. As you entered this bar, and I think that long talk just kind of like pushed the time to where it is. Timey-wimey, It's nighttime. We stand in front of a house. I keep forgetting to include these in, so 1 second. So it should be easier. Great. This one. You recognize that when he says, oh my gosh, hold on 1 second. When he said houseboat, he wasn't kidding. You see a figure on the shoreline that is truly what looks to be a rather small, worn out deck of a cabin that seems to have a boat on it, in it, hard to tell. You see Huxley kind of walks up to the door and just kind of knocks. You hear a grumble and then the same sort of as the as Percival comes to the door, opens it. Good. Come on in. And you walk in. Huxley kind of stands in the doorway as you walk through. As you walk into Percival's abode, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. This firbolg lives a kind of the like older man, like in his 60s sort of bachelor life. Everything looks like there's dishes in the sink, there's beer bottles and ale, like, in like places all around. But you, with a dirty 20, you also see there is a lot of what looks to be like stacks and stacks of paperwork that is strewn about in sort of different areas. You can't help but catch eyes on some of it, as it does look like he is telling the truth. He is a lawyer. I'd say with the dirty 20, you see markings of, you see what looks to be like forms that are that look to be like deeds, and one of the deeds themselves seems to be that there's a right on top looks to be like a bequeathal to someone named Boaz. Actually, I have a last name too.
Did Huxley give Seren the card back?
No. No, he did not. You could ask for her on the way if you wanted.
Yeah, she will.
Why?
I don't know.
You're gonna use his services from his law? So he's not a lawyer. If anything, he is probably just now an under-the-table assassin.
I don't know. It
And
might
probably
be.
a bad one with that leg.
You're probably right, but it might be useful to know his name.
Yeah, here. Gives it to you. Cutting back to the thing. On the deed, you see the name Boaz Thesium. I say that's what you get with your perception check. As you see Boaz, who's taken his jacket off, so you can see. Actually, he's wearing like a vest and a like kind of like a sailor shirt underneath, but the where most sailors would have theirs like kind of like their sleeves kind of rolled up, his is just torn. As you see these massive arms, like arms that are just too big for his body, like just truly like gorilla level arms, and you see just massive amount of tattoos down each arm. You see he pulls some papers aside and lets you kind of sit at the dining room table. And, sorry, there's not a lot of light. Ding, 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 and the light kind of turns on. Well, so you're needing my services after all?
Not exactly. Says you might be able to help me contact my friends tonight.
And why would he assume that?
You tell me.
Huxley, who has walked in, also rolls a perception check. Yeah, looks like this. Are you really a lawyer? No reason to lie. Huxley responds with, I guess you might have had some trinkets from the old days. Well, take a look yourself. I don't know. Foot locker on the back near the bedroom. I would get it myself, but you know, as he's sitting down, you can see he's like rubbing his leg. That's what's left of his leg. Huxley is not gonna really leave you alone with him, I don't think. So you get that vibe instantly as he kind of just motions for you to check it out.
She goes and checks it out.
Cool, awesome. Great. Give me an investigation check and an arcana check.
Wanna... That's a 10 on Arcana and a 19 investigation.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So here's what you find. So I'll give you kind of the list of like things that you see in there. You see a pendant that looks to be in like kind of like a teardrop sort of shape. It has a royal blue look to it, and then has a depiction of what looks to be like a kind of like a carving of what looks to be like a mermaid on it. It looks like it's supposed to probably be worn as a necklace, but it looks a little big. You also see a compass opening up. I say when you open it up, doesn't take very high on this. Does not seem to point north. You find a small golden ring with a sapphire on it. You find a spyglass that looks to be, it actually looks pretty simple. It's just looks like it's black and brass. And you see this is interesting. You do see a quill that has an interesting looking feather that's protruding from it. You see it looks like it's a deep blue that goes from like a dark blue to a bright one, and it looks fairly long, like longer than it should be for a standard. It looks like it's probably from a very large bird. You find a tiny glass bottle that doesn't take very much to recognize. It looks like there is a storm in the bottle, like as if it's a depiction of like almost like a holographic sort of thing. But you see that it's like you're watching a movie inside of a bottle. And then last thing you notice is looks to be a mechanical tinseled parrot, all brass. And what did you roll in your perception check?
Earlier, or I just did investigation and arcana.
Investigation arcana. Sorry, what did you roll in your investigation check?
19.
You see on the parrot, on the bottom, like right where the bottom of the stand would be, you see a marking that says HWC on it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Your arcana check was not great.
No.
So I will say with this, the things that I mentioned that are that look to be magical are for sure magical. Nothing seems to be of besides maybe the ring or the pendant, because you don't know what they do. Nothing particularly looks like it would be working in the form of any sort of like sending thing, except for the quill, I think, investigation-wise.
Okay. Can she call Huxley back there? Or is he...
It's not far from him, so yeah, I think you see Huxley goes, yeah, all right, and kind of maneuvers past. Like, I fully picture this house almost being like a kind of in like a trailer sort of level of like, does that make sense? Like it kind of has that vibe to it as he maneuvers to where you are in the bedroom. Smells awful in here.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. And she picks up the parrot and shows him. I imagine you know what this is since it has your initials on it.
Yeah, it's trash.
No, there's got to be more than that. You don't make trash.
Thank you, but I do make mistakes, so no, that will not help us.
Fine. She puts it back in, and she's gonna grab the quill, hold it up. Maybe this?
I'll check on it. Okay. How did you get this? Kind of like looks back, holding it up. Percival kind of looks back and says, I truly don't remember. Anything you want, you can have in there. So now he looks through the thing and says, yep, here you go. Kind of gives you the quill, and this will do what you need. Exactly. Can you write?
Yes, I can write.
Okay, sorry. Not everyone in America can write. Whatever you write, it's going to go to who it's intended to. It's a
Cool.
phoenix feather.
Awesome.
Meanwhile, I'll be taking this and grabs the little golden ring with a small sapphire on it. You see him put it on his finger, on his actual hand finger, and he goes invisible completely, and then takes it off and goes, "Good, still works."
And Seren picks up the little jar.
'Kay.
And just like holds it up and slips it in her pocket.
Careful with that one.
Do you know what it does?
I can only assume, but it looks like trouble.
I think I can handle it.
You see he looks at everything and I'm good. I don't want to be indebted to him any more than it's easy to hide the ring, so.
Do it yourself. She's gonna wait until if he walks out of the room.
Yeah, he's gonna walk back.
She's gonna slip the parrot into her backpack.
Okay. I need a sleight of hand check on that. That parrot is not necessarily small.
And she's gonna attempt.
Also, roll me a d20 on the parrot, actually.
Okay, so that's a 24 on sleight of hand.
Awesome. Cool. Actually, it's under his perception. Truly rolled a nat 1. Amazing. He's facing deep emotional turmoil. He fully misses what you're doing.
And then on 11 on the d20.
11 beats a DC. It's 50-50. Cool. You put the parrot into your backpack. Nothing happens. You see it. I think actually when you see it, when you open it, you see a familiar light blue eye opens up. It's not on. It doesn't activate, but like the eyelid kind of opens up, and you see. It's hard. You don't necessarily recognize it at first, but there's something that makes you stare at it as you recognize it is quite literally probably the same substance or gemstone or whatever he used for Gaston's eyes. It is the same gem.
Okay.
And the eyelid shuts as you maneuver it back in. Seems to be just on a wait right now.
And she's gonna go back out to the table.
Okay. Huxley is sitting at the table and goes and is in the middle of saying to Percival, "So if I wanted to procure a ship out of here, would you be willing to help me in that?"
She gives Huxley a look when he says that. Like, what the fuck are you doing kind of look.
Yeah. You see him reach with his large, almost gorilla-like arms, and grab 2 whiskey glasses, pours. Sorry, I can give you this if you want, but it's gonna taste like the worst thing you've ever tasted.
I'm good for now.
Fair enough. Pours 2 glasses, gives it to him. From what I recall, you owe me time.
I don't think he really needs to owe you anything.
Did he tell you?
Not much.
Well,
But what would a lawyer need him for? Whatever you guys had in your past, I think we can get beyond that now.
how much do you know about firbolgs, Miss Lucy?
Nothing, really.
That's unfortunate. We come from the Feywilds originally. So, when something is owed, a person is magically bound to it. Usually. It kind of peers at Huxley with that. I'm really smart. Yeah. You are. 2 days. So this is when you start to hear back and forth. 2 days. 1. 3. 36 hours. Two days. Seren, I need an Arcana check.
A nat 20?
I also rolled a nat 20. Amazing. Nat 20 was to perceive what was happening. This is great. This is very cool. Very cool rogue and rogue shit. He had cast command to Huxley. Huxley rolled a nat 20 to save. So Huxley just goes 1. Big smile across his face. 1. And then I'll get you home. I'm sure your folks miss you dearly. Did you find anything that would help you?
Yeah, this... Ironically enough. This looks like it'll work.
Oh, amazing. Look at Kayla, all prepared.
It's very Huxley, too. It's all
That's
steampunk.
amazing. Grace, it's yours.
Thank you.
Huxley immediately, goes, what's the catch? No catch. I don't like you. You see, Huxley does not believe him. That's what you catch from him, naturally.
Mm-hmm. Seren also doesn't trust that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure about that? I mean, I could just use it and give it back.
It's completely up to you. Use it now. See if it works. Oh, here. Grabs one of the pieces of paper that's... Oh, I'm not going to be getting that back anytime soon. Go ahead. Can't see a slip of paper.
She is gonna write to Huxley.
Okay.
And gonna say there has to be a catch.
You see in front of the table on Huxley, those words come right in front of him, right in front of view of both of them. Apparently not right now.
Okay. And does Percival see that?
Oh yeah, Percival definitely saw the message. I'll say he even does the thing of like, sorry, did it work? I didn't see.
Can Seren do like a perception check to see if he actually read it?
I think in your like general sense, you think he's fucking with you. Like he definitely saw it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's the worst that can happen, I guess? And she is gonna write a message to Eldryn.
Okay. What does the message say?
Me and Huxley, yes, the real one, in parentheses, are in Celeste. If you can get to Mistelia's Tavern, that would be great. There's no like word limit on this? I don't have to be counting, right?
No, there's no word limit.
Cool.
The one thing you did perceive that wherever they're going to be seeing it, it doesn't look like it's necessarily hidden, right? It appeared to Huxley in the middle of the table, so there's kind of the caveat there.
Yeah.
Also, it didn't look like Huxley had any way of responding to you in kind in that way.
Mm-hmm.
I have plenty of ways, though.
Exactly. That's why she's messaging Eldred. She does not trust, no offense, Gwar, but she doesn't trust Gwar to, like, relay the whole message.
Poor Gwar.
Well, either way, it would appear both. Because I think at this point, when it happens, Gwar and Wilbur will be back. So
yeah. And let me know when you guys will be there, and I'll meet you in the tavern.
okay, cool. Is there anything else that Seren would like to do in this scene for tonight?
I think she would wait to talk to Huxley till they left. Like, I don't know if he's staying at the houseboat or
Said one day.
she would ask if they could talk outside or something.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll say just for the record, like, so Feywild creatures, like a common, something that would be common knowledge for you to know on this would be that, like, Feys are tricky. They are magically empowered with sometimes with the words that they say. If they ask you, can you give me a hand, and you say yes, then you could lose a hand. If you ask for time, you could end up losing years to your life, things like that. There's you don't really know anything about firbolgs, but for firbolgs, this is rare, as they are fake creatures, but they're not necessarily inclined to this level of persuasiveness, I guess. Cool. Yeah. But yeah, he absolutely, like, He can be on the deck.
Okay.
So yeah. So I think Percival kind of tips a cap that he's not wearing right now to you. Good day. Nice to meet you, Lucy.
Nice to meet you too.
Don't worry. I won't kill him.
You better not.
Here, Huxley, go. You can try. As all three of the biggest egos of themselves like break apart. Everybody thinks they're tough shit in this room. Yeah. So you see Huxley Huxley and you kind of come out and to the deck.
Well, it doesn't seem like you can get out of this now, but are you sure you want to do whatever you're doing?
It's fine. I do owe him.
Well, I guess a day is better than a few years.
Yeah.
You don't have to take anything from him. I mean, I'm sure we can help you out. There's this really powerful mage guy from Honoria. He seems to be able to do pretty much anything. Sure, he can, poof you to
I'm sorry.
wherever.
If it's not magic that I make on my own with science, I don't trust it now at this point.
That's
like I said,
pretty fair.
I can't believe you kept it.
The parrot?
Yeah. Like I said, I make mistakes. Roll me a persuasion check, Seren.
Nice. 21.
21. Nice. Okay, cool. You look, see you guys. He was the captain of the ship that I was working on. And, I was mostly doing day-to-day chores, but I noticed he would consistently have his hand cramping up from missives and secret letters that he was writing. And I designed something that could at least keep those messages in his head. But I made a mistake. And the parrot blurted out something in the middle of a very important meeting with some very dangerous individuals. Pirates. Well, other pirates. A fight broke out. They blew up the ship. I managed to be able to get on one of the lifeboats, and I saw him at the top, and Captain always goes down this ship, so.
Well, he seems to have made it off. But
yeah.
Huxley, no one can be perfect. I mean, I just kind of sent your other creation down a waterfall, so shit happens.
Shit happens.
The parrot thing obviously doesn't seem to be functional anymore, but do you think that if you had some parts from it, it would help you rebuild Gaston?
I guess.
And Huxley has like a backpack or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, she's gonna pull her bag around and she just kind of opens it so that he can see in.
You fucking thief.
It looked important, and I'm good at
Only
it. So
you would steal something that was given to you.
it's more fun
Thank
that
you.
way.
Agreed. You're handing it to him.
Yeah.
Cool. He doesn't put it in his bag. Kind of just looks at it. Yeah. Man, this is shoddy work. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'll make this be a fucking alarm clock for that freak. And he goes to walk back in. At the doorway, he kind of just looks at you and just nods.
Should I stay here or?
No. You got your own story. I'll see you again.
She's gonna take, I believe she has sending stones that did Huxley give those to her?
Yeah, actually he did. Yeah, way back in Nova Sol.
Yeah, she's gonna take one of the 2 sending stones out and she's gonna hand it to him and say, keep in touch. Let me know if you need anything.
Really?
Yeah, you gave it to me. And if I'm back with my friends, you might need it.
Okay. Thanks. Hey, next time you could just listen to me.
That's no fun either.
Goodbye, Lucy.
Goodbye, Peter. And she walked back to Mystelia's.
Shuts the door. Beautiful. We're not done. Because our underwater friends get a message from Seren. Eldryn, where do you think this message shows up?
So Gwar and Wilbur are back, correct?
Yes.
I think we're just so by the time they got back, I think Eldryn was able to get hold of herself. So I think they're just all hanging out in a room still because Eldryn is planning on going to find her father and siblings later, but so they're here when the note comes.
Cool. Awesome. I mean, I'll say if you're sitting around your bed, I think it just shows up on your sheets.
Okay.
Like the whole letter. So yeah, you guys, Gwar, you come back. Wilbur, you come back. Obviously, Miranda had to go to bed early today, but Gwar, do you relay the information that you found out?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So the whole
Okay.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, Eliane is startling news. I think. But now you also know that there are other wombats out there that are in danger.
Does anyone else hear a weird noise?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming from Mike. It's okay. It's all good.
Okay, that's fine. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's honestly
no,
not that
you're
loud
fine,
to me.
Mike. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, you as you see, as you all come back in your room, Cyrus pops up and goes,
All right, that was... Can I go to bed now? Please?
Yes. Yes, you can leave my room. Thank you
Great.
for your help.
Awesome.
Awesome.
You're welcome. Great.
Wonderful.
Oh, you're done. Oh, okay. I really like this room. This is nice. Okay, I'm going.
disappears. That's when you see the your sheets start to see like, and it looks like ink.
Yeah.
As it comes in, and you see a message from Seren.
Oh god, what did you guys do on the bed? Oh wait, those are words.
Eldryn reads them and then looks at Noros and she says, well, that's unfortunate. I do owe them money though, so I suppose we could go back and I can reimburse the establishment.
Oh, yeah, I guess that, yeah, I was thinking the fact that Eldryn's, sorry, you're Eldryn, you're my wife. He didn't say that. I guess the fact that Seren is with Huxley was actually what I thought you were meaning was unfortunate. But
oh, I mean, that's unfortunate too, but that's, I can't really be mad at that Huxley. He wasn't the Huxley that ruined our wedding, I suppose. He's just annoying.
I was gonna say, how long was he not Huxley? Because
at least a week
from like day one for me.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Okay, well, anyway, can I please use your bracelet since I've used all of mine today?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Here
you go.
I take it and I send her a response to Seren and I say, I owe the establishment money, so that works in our favor. So I'll come and I'll bring that. If you could get a room overnight, I think that Zaris can bring us there tomorrow. I can ask him if we can go tonight, but he did something. You don't need to know all this. Yes. She just says yes.
At the end of that? Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Friends, I think we're going to cut to the next day. Is there anything we want to do tonight?
There is one thing I wanted to do, but we don't have to if like it's getting too late. Just because I'm not going to be here next week.
Give it to me. What do you want?
I wanted to talk to my dad.
Yeah, you got to get money, right?
Yeah, I do. I have to do that as well.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Going into the King's Chamber,
I feel like yeah, and I feel like it's like later at night, like maybe once everyone's gone to sleep, but she knows he's up because he is a workaholic.
Okay, you got it. Cool. Yeah, you come to the guard's door and you see the guard just kind of. Princess, it is way past visiting hours.
I need visiting
king
hours.
Is probably very sleepy.
See my father. He's awake. I know he is.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll announce you. 1 second.
I don't. Okay.
Oh, you know what? If you want to just go on in and take the brunt of that,
yeah,
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
I mean, princess.
How long have you? I think. When is your when are you reprieved? You seem very tired.
Hmm?
When
You
is
see
the
the other one
change
go.
of? Yeah.
Yeah, the other one goes. Well, we kind of been laying them out thin. So his is in about 3 or 4 hours. I'm good to go. Do you need me to announce to your
No, I
father?
don't. I don't need to be announced to see my father.
Okay, great, awesome. Princess, please.
Okay. Yeah, I go in.
Cool. You see Corvos. Yes, for sure. Corvos is huddled under a desk that I think in my head. Corvos is a. I fully feel like Corvos is kind of has a little bit of a like. Oh crap! What's his name? Like Robert Baratheon look. Like everything seems too
Oh
small
yeah.
for him. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like he's short, right? Not shorter than you. I think he's taller than you, but he's just
Yeah.
built like round
He's very
and
built.
big.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Stocky.
and he's
He's
stocky, and he's like huddled over a desk that's probably a little too small for him, and just never got it replaced.
Father.
And so, what? Oh, who let you? Okay. Yes.
Is now an okay time?
Fine. Yeah.
Well, first things first. We haven't really had time to talk about this, but when I went to, did I tell you that I went to Celeste? I don't think I did. Yesterday, to Zaris helped me. There was a misunderstanding while I was there, and we need to.
Eldryn, I cannot stop another war.
I'm not. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I destroyed a room, okay, and I need to pay it for it.
Oh.
And I need money.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I have none of my own.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. How much land gold do you need?
Does Eldryn know?
I don't think Eldryn knows. I like just as much as Corvos doesn't know.
Yeah. Eldryn says,
it costs like depending on where you go, it could cost upwards to like 3 gold to rent a room in nice establishments. There's a possibility that this costs a gold to spend the night here.
So yeah, Eldryn says, I mean, I don't know how it works. The room itself, like, was probably like a gold to stay at, but I'm assuming it's more than that because it wasn't my fault. I was defending myself, but I did destroy a lot of the room and it's unusable.
So they go in. There's silver, gold, and platinum. So how much is 50 platinum?
Oh, that's 500 gold.
I think 50 is 5,000 gold.
Oh, 5,000?
I think.
It's 50 times 10.
Is it by 10?
Right? I thought it was by 10.
Now the DM's messing up.
I mean, if he wants to give me 5,000 gold, I will take it.
He's giving you 5,000 gold. That's what he's doing.
Okay.
Yep, you're absolutely right. My bad.
So wait, is he giving me 500 or 5,000?
He's giving you 500 platinum.
So Eldryn says, I'm sure this is, can I keep whatever is left over?
Well, I make sure it's the correct amount first.
Well,
we don't. Again, we're already having one conflict, right? So the more land people that like us, the better. Right?
Okay. So I'll just, whatever they say it will cost, I'll give like 10 platinum on top of that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So I'm just going to assume that we've already had the conversation with Navos and Anrin. if that's good with you.
Did you look for them?
No, I didn't. So maybe wasn't
I'm
there
saying
for the
in
conversation.
character, would you have?
Oh, in character, I would have. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because they were gone for a little bit. I imagine, like, you know, they spent
Yeah.
some time. How did you? Who did you see first?
Probably found Anrin first.
Okay. And goes, oh, hi. Welcome back. How long this time?
I have no idea. A few days, maybe.
Okay.
I'm gathering you and what? Oh.
What? No,
I needed to.
Can I talk?
You go. Okay.
Can I talk?
Yes, you can.
So look what someone gave me, and you see this this depiction of what looks to be like a coral tower that has this circular sort of almost like a staircase sort of thing. It looks okay. It's kind of like it's very artsy and abstract in that way.
Why do you need that? What is that? What is the point? I don't need it.
The point is that someone gave it to me.
Who gave it to you? Why would someone give you something?
I'm not telling.
What, Father needs to talk to you and Navos and myself. So I'm coming. Some things that need to be discussed as a family.
You're wearing your more serious Eldryn face.
Yeah, I've had a tough couple of days, Anrin.
When have you not? Okay, sure.
Well,
I can show Dad. Or do you think I shouldn't?
I mean, you do whatever brings you joy.
Well, I don't want Dad to, ask me a million questions.
I'm sure he would enjoy the distraction from his current royal responsibilities.
Okay. She takes it, and it's like trophy size. Cool. And she follows with you. You grab Navos, and you go to. So we'll say that the scene that we're having comes after this. If you're okay with it, if you're okay with not RPing the scene where Corvos tells his children, "Hey, Mom's not around right now."
Yeah. No, I'm fine with that. I just wanted to know if that had already happened, because what I was about to say to Corvos now.
What's really great is that I was going to roleplay that Corvos completely forgot. You bringing them to his room is like, okay. oh, yeah, okay, yeah, shit, all right,
okay.
So you're now, so we'll say they're gone, and this is the end of that.
Yeah.
I think that went well.
Did you see Anrin's face?
What do you want me to say? First off, it's hard to tell because she's always dramatic. Not that she doesn't have a reason to be. She definitely does now. It's just hard to tell the difference. Also, what was that thing?
I have no idea. I don't even know what the purpose of it is. Why you would even...
Yeah, no, she kept pushing it into my face, like...
She wanted you to be excited for her, with her.
Oh, I felt like she was wanting me to be jealous or angry or...
No,
Was
Father.
it a boy that gave it to her? I don't even understand.
Probably.
Great. Why?
She wanted... I don't understand why I'm the one explaining this to you. If I understand what she wanted, you should. Honestly. She wanted you to acknowledge her and to acknowledge the thing that she was showing you and to show a little bit of attention towards her. And do not be surprised if she starts acting out even more than she already has, without Mother here.
To be honest with you, I think your Eldryn would have showed your mother first. Would have been easier for me to see, maybe from an outsider's perspective. Okay.
And don't.
Oh, I'm so mad. I'm gonna kill that boy.
Oh, Father. Just be yourself, but a little bit better version of it.
Wow. There's your mother.
I don't.
Right there. Thank you.
Okay. I feel that your relationship with me and Volmos always came a lot easier, and I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to try a little bit harder with Anrin because she's like Kanos. She's emotional and she needs something different.
Understood.
And Nabos may act like he's fine, but I doubt he is, and I don't want him to turn crazy like Zaris, so keep an eye out on him too.
Zaris is a very powerful wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Noted. Yep. I hear what I said now. Yep. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Anything else?
So this is the same scene where he gave me the money too, right?
Yeah. So we'll say you have that conversation. Then you have. So you had the conversation just happened. Then you have the conversation about the money. So we're kind of coming to the end of that.
Okay. So Eldryn says, there's a. I don't want to keep you, although you should be getting some sleep. There's some things I want to talk about, but it can wait. I'm having a really, really difficult time right now. And I know you've had to make difficult decisions in the past. And I don't know how to move past something that you've had to do. It's kind of hard to sleep some nights.
So I had to move past something that I did.
No, that I did. How do you move past a mistake that you made? Or not a mistake. I don't. Do you remember you at dinner when we talked about Darth and Rona?
Mm-hmm.
And then he died.
Yes.
It's my fault, and I don't. Everyone else seems to have moved past it, and I don't know how to. It was only 3 weeks ago that he was alive, and now he's dead, and Nora says it's not my fault, but it is actually my fault. He wouldn't be dead if I hadn't have done what I did.
Why did you do it?
I had to make a choice. It was either the rest of us die and sacrifice one person, or sacrifice one person, and he happened to have left us, so I made that choice. No one else would.
When I had my trial of land, about 4 or 5 years ago, I was on a ship for most of it. There was a time when I thought life couldn't be any better than this. It was the perfect amalgamation of land and sea. We made port, we got rid of the things that we were carrying on the ship, and we went back out. Till one day we were set upon by pirates. I still remember. The captain had to make a choice on whether or not we lose our precious cargo and lose our job, and possibly our lives by letting them on board. And I just remember the bosun telling me that to be captain, sometimes you make the hard decisions. And to truly be the captain is not making them, but living with them. Can't tell you that that's not your fault. But I can tell you that you're a good person, and not just because you're my daughter.
It doesn't
Make it
feel
make
like
count.
it.
It might in the end. It might not.
I think Eldryn like wipes her eyes a little bit, and I have something for you, actually. It was
For me,
for
it's not
for
a
you and Mother.
trophy thing, right?
No. It doesn't change anything or bring him back, but when we were at the Grove and we fought, the man who killed Volmos was there, and he's dead, and he's not coming back. And I hold up a vial of ashes. You can't hurt our family anymore, and it doesn't feel any better. But I just thought you'd want this.
You put it in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
As you put it in his hand, he puts his. I just picture his hand as massively bigger than yours, over yours. And kind of turns it around so that the vial of the ash is there. I love you.
I love you too.
And while it's still cupped in your hand, he's going to throw it against the wall. You see it. The ash just floats up and away. I have nothing to hold on to, and neither should you. At this point, one of the guards comes in. The sleepy one just goes, "Sir, everything okay?" Yes.
Can I not have a conversation with my father?
Seriously, can I not have a conversation with my daughter? Get out of here. You see, because yeah. Yes, King. Sorry, Princess, and walks back out.
At least he's on alert.
Yeah, that'll keep him up for a couple more hours, I think. You should get some sleep.
You should too.
I promise.
Okay.
Eldryn, give me a perception check.
That would be 19.
He tried to hide it, but with a 19, that he did not do a good enough job. He was writing a letter to your mother.
Okay.
I think you just see the phrase, Eldryn took it well. As you see your father lied for you.
Yeah. Eldryn is going to hug him.
I remember this. Sexy type.
Yeah, and then she'll go back to her room with 5,000 gold pieces.
With
Well, 500 platinum.
5,000 gold pieces, whatever. Yeah, and you head to bed as everybody is sleeping. And I'm going to say with that, because I think it would be much funner to play this scene out with everyone. We're going to say as we... Yeah, I know.
I had one more thing I wanted to do real quick.
Yes, please, Mike.
So, Gwar's in his room. He's just kind of like staring at the necklace. He took it off and just staring at it as he gets ready for bed. He's gotten himself a leather strap because he's just been thinking about his brother. He's thinking about Celeste. He's thinking about Bahamut. He's thinking about Brunhilde. But then he goes back to Celeste, and he's just having a moment where he's like, man, I really wish Celeste was here to help me work through this stuff. And so he gets his dagger out, and on the leather strap he etches W, W, C, D. WWCD. What would Celeste do? And he affixes it to his gauntlet. And he goes, And then goes to sleep.
Amazing. I love that. So we see each one of our... Evan's still watching. Evan just gave you a LOL on that. I think we see a moment of all of our heroes just falling asleep. We see Wilbur sleeping at the foot of a bed that is empty until you see the door kind of crack open and Eldryn's walking in.
Well, Norris was asleep.
Norris is full asleep.
Yeah.
I think Wilbur fully asked you, like, hey, I can sleep outside. Like, if you want, like, I don't have to be. And, like, I think Norris is the one that was like, no, you stay here. It's been a long night. We cut to Gwar, who just finishes etching that in and then lays down, and I think immediately goes to sleep. Like, immediately conks out. We look at Seren, who is sitting upstairs in a room at the end of the hall to the right. Just sitting on a bed, cross-legged, and just meditating. We see Milo from whatever adventures he had that day, resting in his bed, staring up at a cracked wood that still has the moonlight shining through, covering over one side of his face, or shining over one side of his face. And we cut to Eldryn in close embrace with Norris on the bed, just fast asleep. And with that, we will end tonight's session. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.